relocating from the United States and becoming an entrepreneur. When you thought you were going to be retiring to France. Let me set the stage here a little. That's my work table for gardening. That's the cat moving because I wanted her in the shot. So she moved out of it. I'm here in my garden. I was going to do these series out here, and then someone started doing what sounds like a roofing job. So I did the first long form video inside instead. I moved over in December of 2024 from Carmel, California. I ended up having everything go wrong, and I ended up with osteonecrosis of both hips. I can't see with these off. And I ended up getting 2 new hips here in France. I had the bone death cut out and titanium put back in. And I'm rebuilding my body. I'm rebuilding the foundation of my body. This should have been called medical, but I'll do a different short video on that. It's important to lay this out. I became crippled last July. I had to deal with my first hip replacement surgery. After the first 2 weeks of having a high school friend here to help me, I had to deal with that all by myself, all fall of 2025, in my first year of living in France, in a foreign country, and not knowing that my second hip was also deteriorating. I mean, we saw some stuff on the scans, but it ended up accelerating, which is good. I got it over with, and I got that new hip in March here. And out of the carnage and catastrophe of all of these things going wrong, I realized I have a message. I have a message to share, and I have a business that I am building in order to share that. The business is Frenchy Living, and it's talking with people about what it's been like for me and what it might be like for them. And you can go to the link in my bio if you want to learn more about that. One-on-ones, where we just sort of spitball and for not an enormous amount of money, just kind of what might it be like for you. The point is that I should qualify to be what's called a micro entrepreneur. And people, I think you can actually apply for this designation as your visa to move here. I think, and you don't want to take advice from me. You want to go on the French website for visas and learn more, and then talk with an actual immigration attorney about this, all right? And I did not move without talking to an immigration attorney just to come over on a retirement visa. Mine is Daniel Tostado with Cabinet Tostado in Paris, and I was referred to him by my real estate broker, Adrian Leeds of House Hunters International. But let me get into a little more on this. I thought, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll use Instagram to have people find me, and I opened up an Instagram page on March 19, and we went viral within a month, and people started booking, and we've had a lot of fun. And what's been surprising is people who are just thinking about it, kicking the idea around, to people that already have they know when they're gonna arrive. They already have their plans. One gal, hi Catherine, gets here in July, and we're gonna get to meet in person, which will be really fun. And she's going to be in Fontainebleau, where I am. So I come up with this idea just organically, and basically, absolutely, it's based on my experience with having moved here and becoming an immigrant here, an expat. It starts gaining traction, and I think, well, wait a minute, you're on a retirement visa. You can't be working over here. And so I emailed Daniel, and he says, relax, don't worry. You are in what's called proof of concept, which takes 3 to 6 months for you to prove that you have a viable business. And then once we can prove that, then there's a whole package and paperwork and stuff and a dossier. And I think I have to get my accountant involved probably. And I have two. I have one in my CPA for 15 plus years in Carmel, and then one here who was referred to me by Daniel Tostado. And I think we'll have to do quite a bit of work together, and it'll cost some money, and that's how business is, right? And then we'll figure out what the correct designation is. I can be, if I qualify, I'll go for the talent passport, but the requirements are tougher. But if I can do that, then I don't have to reapply for 4 more years, is my understanding. Again, do not take legal advice from me. Just listen to what I'm experiencing, all right? But either it'll be a micro entrepreneur, or it'll be a talent visa, or it won't be anything. Maybe I'm just wrong and this won't continue to be viable, and I'll just reapply again as a retired person, and I'll have to stop doing the one-on-ones, I guess. I'll have to stop earning money. But I'll still want to do these videos and stuff because it's too fun, it's too therapeutic to stop. But I didn't plan for this. I didn't expect this. It's all a function, obviously, of being in France. I mean, the business is called Frenchy Living. Kind of hard to not own that, right? That it's because of France. I'll have to pay, oh my God, I thought California taxes were bad. I'm going to have to pay way more than I did in California as a self-employed person, as a realtor. But it's okay, because the way I'm seeing it, or at least from the safety of this lawn chair here in my garden, because I'm not having to write the check right now. You know, when it's in theory, it's a lot different than when it's in practice. But in theory, it's found money. It's like I found the money in the sofa behind the cushions. Do I want to have to hand over this much money? No. Am I glad to be having the income? Yes. Am I grateful for the opportunity and the other things that this could bring? Absolutely. Am I getting to revitalize and rejuvenate myself and add years to my life and life to my years? 100%. And there's probably other stuff that I'll remember around 3:30 this morning. And again, did I expect any of this? 0%. So, in conclusion, I have become an entrepreneur in France so far, in proof of concept, working with professionals to help me get through the system. And you might be able to do it too. If you want to talk more, there's a link here for you to book a time with me. À bientôt from Fontainebleau, France. Oh, there's my forehead. Okay, bye.